Hey,
Hey,
how are you doing?
everybody keeps asking me that, and I guess the truthful answer is I don't know.
I get that. I get that totally. Because I don't know how I'm doing every day either.
No,
You
I
know?
just don't know. I know that what's coming is going to come, and I need to stay busy until this appeal comes, and that'll be a year in the making, so.
Yeah. Wow. They, I feel like you were set up to believe that, uh, that you wouldn't be charged, that they wouldn't find you guilty. And it aggravates me with that Hilliard guy. Me and him just do not get along.
What?
That Hilliard guy, your attorney,
Y'all two just clash.
horribly bad.
I don't know what it is. He doesn't know what it is. Y'all two both tend to think that the other is just an asshole.
Wow. I maybe was an asshole whenever I heard that on court TV. I got so scared.
Yeah, well, I did speak to him, and I told him that if he does any more interviews, I don't care as long as he just avoids any commentary about my other two kids.
Yeah, well, that's what I was trying to get. I was like, what is this guy thinking?
Yeah, so he
Oh
talked
my
about that.
God.
He said that he did say to the that he wasn't completely sure on
He
the.
did say that, but even putting that thought out there to people, man, all I could think about is keep your ass in the house, Billy, because people gonna follow you, and you know,
Yeah, but he said
you
he
know,
was.
I've been worried about that and scared about that the whole time.
Yeah, well, he said
Yeah,
he's gonna be working to remedy that, and that if he does do more interviews, which he probably will, and honestly, he's doing it on my behalf.
I know he is. I know
You
he
know.
is because I listened to
So
the rest of the interview. But I
yeah,
got message after message after message after message, and I was just like, oh my God, what just happened? You know what I mean?
yeah,
And I
but
freaked out. I did
yeah,
freak
so yeah, but I
out. What
told
is
him.
this guy thinking?
Yeah, but I told him, I said, I don't care if you do the interviews because honestly, I'm not going to
You
do
know, I
it.
felt like he had put our family in harm's way.
Yeah, but I told him, I said, I don't care if you do the interviews because honestly, I'm not going to do it. I'm tired of the media. I'm tired of the camera
I'm
being in
tired of
front
the
of my.
media too.
I'm tired of the camera being in front of my face. It was in front of my face for 2 solid weeks.
Well, I do to ask him. I mean, if they were able to protect the dealers, then they can do that for our family at sentencing.
Well, see, that's not the attorney's decision. It's the judge's decision. But now listen, I didn't ask him to request that if they couldn't just turn the cameras off, maybe they could bleep out y'all's names and blur your faces.
Well, I mean, it'd be best if they could, you know, I mean, the whole reason we didn't come and the whole reason Vernon came was because I begged Vernon to please go, you know,
Yeah,
and I didn't have to. Don't think I had to beg him a lot because he felt bad any day he couldn't go, but some days it was just hard on him sitting on that bench,
oh, I understand that, but this is what I
you know.
requested them. I said if they say no to turning the cameras off, can we just bleep out my family members' names and blur their faces so that way they are not recognized after they leave?
Well, I'll
And
be
then I said,
recognized because I'm gonna say, you know, I already know what I'm gonna say because you're the best, absolutely best person in the world to be around when you're sober.
yeah, and I
And
appreciate that. And but I also told him that what did I say? You made me lose my train of thought.
oh yeah, I get it. I went back and I looked at some of the messages from 2 years ago and stuff like that, and I'm like, my God, what was I even saying?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
some of the text messages they brought up, some text messages between me and Daniel, me and Craig, or whatever. Mama, I didn't remember those.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute, there's a video? Please tell me they're not going to show this video. Please tell me they're not going to.
Yeah, I know. I get that.
But let me see. I was going to say something. It'll come back to me when we're not on the phone. Watch.
I know, I hate that.
something. I don't know. I'm just wanting him to blur. Oh, okay. Here it
I
is.
do want you,
Yeah.
whenever you get a chance, to tell him that I do apologize for calling in a rant. I was just so afraid in that moment.
Yes,
I was
and I
I
will.
was more so
He knows.
afraid for my grandchildren
He
than
knows the
anything.
fear of the media. He said that the media was even hard on him because of him defending me.
Yeah,
So,
they were. You
but
know, so,
um,
and
I
even whenever
I
I seen him
remembered.
that
I
day, I was
remembered.
shaking in my shoes. I was
Yeah.
like waiting for this paparazzi to pop around the corner. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I remembered. So I told him, I said, I guess one of the reasons you could express to the judge about wanting the cameras either off or to bleep and blur the faces of my family members is because a lot of the people who might come and be a character witness is all have some type of minors in the home with them, little kids, and we don't want the media approaching y'all or any crazy haired true crime YouTuber, you know, in front of these children.
Yeah, yeah. And we do want to protect all of them.
Yeah,
All
this
of them.
isn't just, I told him, I said, it's not just my fear about Zane and Sky. I said, my Aunt Jackie has a whole bunch of grandbabies. She watches all the time, you know.
And Angie does too.
And Andrew does too. And I said, and then, meanwhile, people are just too old to handle the stress of the media and people possibly coming and knocking on their door. And if they do research into Meemaw people, they realize that these are the people who lived right across the house from what happened in Effingham.
Yeah, they brought all that up.
You know, so that's why I'm hoping that maybe if Aunt Jackie communicates with Hilliard and you communicate with Purse, y'all can make something happen.
Yeah, I think
He's
James
he's
Newton.
gonna request all this. He can request it.
Uh,
He's gonna ask for it. He's gonna file a motion for it. But it's up to the judge.
it would be, you know, I have severe PTSD whenever I'm out in public and somebody picks up the phone. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't been to Walmart. I like going to Walmart, but Walmart is too busy. The Piggly Wiggly here is expensive, but it's empty. Nobody's there.
Yeah. And then I had this crazy idea, and I know you're probably not gonna do it, but it is a little funny. I was like, just buy everybody wigs and give them a face mask.
Yeah.
You know, bring them on in.
Yeah. It, it's 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 not you or the case or Quinton that we want to hide from. You know what I mean? People are crazy, Leilani. I just never realized how cruel and insensitive and awful people are. You know, like, I make friends everywhere. Everywhere I go, I make friends. You know,
You do.
and
That's just how you
I
are. You have a very magnetic personality.
and I just don't. I mean, I've never dealt with like that kind of hate
Yeah.
and so it's very traumatizing to me. You know, good God, girl.
I get it. And my attorney, when he called me, you know, he said, do not take this lightly because I normally don't get personal in cases or whatever. And I'm almost directly quoting him, by the way. So he said, I
Yeah.
do not normally get personal in cases. He said, but I truly believe that you're innocent. And he said, I do not know the Leilani from 2 years ago, but I know the one from now. And you have a good heart and a good soul. This made me cry.
And you do. You do, Leilani. I don't know how many times I told you that you're like the best person in the world sober. Like everything about you changes.
Yeah, and but like it really hurt my it didn't hurt my feelings. It got to me though, because for the longest time, for 2 years, I'm sitting here like, am I really that horrible of a person?
I know. And you're not. You're not, Leilani. I don't know what happened. And I don't think the world knows what happened. I don't think anybody got any answers out of any of that.
No, nobody
And
did.
honestly, I was really surprised at the 3 murder charges.
Yeah, me too. But, because, like, my attorney said, he said I got convicted on speculation. There was literally too much reason about conflicting evidence and then no direct evidence. He said there's no reason other than that these people fell for the DA's trap, got their emotions involved, and what the speculation was just too horrible to ignore.
Yeah. I love
But
him so much, and I miss him so much.
I love you too. But he also said that not even 24 hours after the trial, he had attorneys contacting him, civilians, strangers, friends, and family, all saying that I thought this woman was guilty for 2 years, and now I don't think that's the case.
Yeah.
You know, and
I
I
feel
feel
like
like,
the judge was biased. I feel like she didn't, honestly and truthfully, I think it was 100% wrong of them to be able to change the indictment.
yeah.
I mean, I've never watched a trial. I don't know if this happens all the time. I mean, I have no idea, but what in the world?
Yeah.
You can change the wording in the indictment so you can get a guilty conviction.
Pretty much. I don't know. I didn't understand all that. I understood a little bit of what was going on, but I mean, I didn't understand a lot of really anything. I just know that I had written down the evidence that they don't have, and then there's speculation that doesn't have anything to back it up. And I was
Well,
really
I want you to think about this whenever sentencing comes up. I want you to think about um, because you went through the trial with confidence.
yes, I tried. I tried to stay. I didn't really feel confident, but I did try to appear confident.
Well, you appeared that way, and everybody, of course, everybody had something to say whenever you got all the guilty verdicts. And oh, did you see how rampant her breathing was? And did you see, that was the first time I've seen any kind of real emotion with her. She's so selfish. Da, 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 da. That's why I told Jenna to tell you, do not cry whenever you go in there. You go in there and you hold your head up, and you
Yeah,
take whatever they're going to give you.
I couldn't. I tried to keep myself from crying, just like I tried to keep myself from crying when the first day of trial. I was breaking down up there the first day of trial.
Yeah. Well, that's feeling.
Yeah,
Like no emotion at all whenever she saw her son. No emotion at all whenever, I'm like, my God. And who was it that was saying something to me about it? I was like, you know what? If she would have cried, they'd have had something to say about that too. It doesn't matter what you've done up there. It doesn't matter
There are 60
how you acted.
seconds remaining.
They were going to put how they felt. Right. Yeah. No matter what.
Yeah, and that's the thing though. Like if I cried, Mom, they would have said I'm faking it.
Yep.
If I didn't cry, I was detached.
Yeah.
So the whole time I'm trying to show no reaction, and I had a couple of tears slip throughout the trial, and I had to fight to get myself under control. At the beginning of trial, I was so overwhelmed I couldn't help.
And I know you come back, and the days you come back, you cried. You were upset. I know that, but
days I came back, I was devastated at the stuff that I've seen. I was just overwhelmed with it all.
There are 15 seconds remaining.
Can you call me back?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Because we haven't talked enough. This is,
I know. I'll call you back.
So, I did call and try to talk to your counselor, but she never called me back.
Goodbye.
Hey.
I'll be honest with you. I was really surprised, and everybody was really surprised that I wasn't called on the witness stand.
Well, see, I think you would have been if the judge didn't deem yours and my issues or struggles in our relationship inadmissible. And since you weren't at the house,
I know it hurt my feelings that you said that you had to pick me up off the ground from ODing.
No, that's not even what was said. So they left out the part where I said, I'm pretty sure that was a dream I had when I was a kid, but it stuck with me. Yeah, I was at the end, and they cut it off. If you go back and look, they cut it off where I said and then it was just cut off.
Okay. Well, I'm like, my God, I don't think Leilani's ever seen me in like a truly drug-induced freaking stupor. You know what I
Yeah, but
mean?
they cut
Like,
that off, and I leaned over to my attorney. I said they really just cut off where I said, and I'm pretty sure that was a dream, but it stuck with me. But yeah, that got on my nerves that they cut that off. I was like, seriously?
yeah. Well, I feel like, I feel like they failed y'all whenever it comes to that, them doing the hotel room. I felt like that failed y'all miserably, both of y'all, because I feel like if that room was going to be bugged, neither one of y'all should have known about it.
Right, but yeah, I had to tell my attorney. I said in that room when he was questioning me, I said I decided to question him about 6 a.m. I didn't know anything about the 3 a.m. thing, Mom, until court or until trial. I didn't know nothing about that. But the 6 a.m. that's what he told me when I called him. So, when he was questioning me, I decided to question him about why he keeps telling me that he did see him, but then he turned around and originally told the police that he did, and then said that he wasn't sure, and he said that I was just trying to save my own ass. So I had my attorney go up there and ask Agent Solomon, who was the one, Savannah, was the one who monitored it, if she recalled hearing that. She said, yes, I did recall hearing something like that.
I mean, who's to say you didn't come back and go to bed and Danny didn't get up and leave with the car and you left your phone in the car?
That is a possibility, and I even told my judge that. I think that was one of the speculations that I told the police, and they didn't show that interview either. I said, you can ask my family and stuff. I said, I do normally keep my phone on me, but if it's dead or close to
I
dead.
can't never get you to answer the phone. What you talking about?
But I said, but if it was dead or close to dead, or I would just leave it in the house.
Your phone's always dead.
Yeah, this is what I was telling them though. I was like, if I was in the house or whatever, I would leave it, or I would leave it in the car and get it out the next day. I said that was very common with me, and that was because I was high all the time. I wasn't worried about that damn phone.
No, I didn't either.
In
my time, I couldn't stand for the phone to ring.
Yeah, no, I get paranoid when somebody calls me. I'm like, oh my God, are they going to hear that I'm all fucked up, or like, am I going to talk too fast, or,
No.
So like, I didn't care about that phone. But
I just hope that 100.
I believe that the
100%. I just hope that 100% you know and believe in your heart that drugs cost every bit of this. That this is what drugs do.
This is the core of it. Yes, it's the core of it. But I do believe my attorney.
Leilani, this would have never happened if y'all weren't high.
I know.
Never.
But like I said, that's the core of it. I believe that. I do, and I'm good on that. But I do believe my attorney's speculation, because nobody could explain the vomit in that playpen, Mama. And it was red, so that was from that night, because we had spaghetti. But nobody could explain that. And then Daniel saying, apparently to the police in his initial interviews, that he had got up at 3 a.m. to feed Sky, that he deliberately glanced inside the playpen and seen Quinton there. My attorney thinks that he realized something was wrong, stayed up until it was time to go to work, messaged the babysitter during his panic or whatever, and just put him in one of the residential trash cans on the way to work, which would have gone to the same exact place that they said they found him.
I don't know, but I know I'm heartbroken over it.
I'm heartbroken over it too. But finally
Quinton,
some type of
he didn't deserve any of that.
No, he didn't. But finally having some type of theory that just, I don't know, to me rings true and makes sense. I did feel some type of closure from that when I first heard him say that, and I was just like, that's a possibility. Because I never changed the last time. I never changed.
I don't understand. I don't understand why Hilliard didn't bring anybody up on your side, any witnesses for you. He didn't. I mean.
It was because it wasn't the defense's burden to come up with the proof. And anybody he would have called would have just been family. And everybody probably would have taken that with a grain of salt. I don't have friends. Who are they going to call?
You
Page?
were going to Mama and Vernon's house 3 times a week.
I was. I was
You
going
and
up there.
Danny.
I was going up there very often, trying to be helpful to them, and
Wow. I mean, I just.
Well, Hilliard won't be the one doing the appeal. I mean, he's going to file the appeal, but then because they know attorneys who file appeals normally don't do their own appeals because they might not see where they did something wrong or should have done something or didn't do something right. So he's going to pick another attorney, an attorney who's not in it for the publicity. I think I know who it's going to be, but to take over.
You need that attorney that Quinton had.
Huh?
You need the attorney Quinton had. You need to tell him to go back and look and see. I can't remember that guy's name, but.
Well, this is I think this attorney, she has very good
reputation. This is a pro bono
reputation.
attorney.
So this attorney has a very good reputation. She even came to a trial to be there for me and spoke to me in between breaks and stuff. It's either he chooses or the judge just appoints a random attorney. So I prefer somebody to be chosen that he trusts, because even though you and Hilliard don't get along well, he really did do a good job defending me.
I don't know why we don't get along well. I don't know what, I mean, he, and Leilani, whenever I tell you that man, I mean, he spoke to me in a way that Vernon was getting pissed off, because I was sitting there shaking. I mean, he had to see I was a freaking nervous wreck.
Yeah, like, I don't know.
It was starting to make me feel like, damn, I wonder what Leilani has said to this attorney about me.
And see, that's the thing. I haven't said nothing besides, like, you're the only person who has been supportive through all of this. I did say I believe that you doubted me for a very long time.
I just know that, honestly, I doubted both of you. You and Danny.
Yeah, but that's I did tell him that, though, and that's true. That's how I felt for a long time. So I really feel like she's doubting me, but she's doing her best to still be supportive and open-minded and stuff like that. So, but we never really had deep conversations about you. I mean, he'd ask what was going on with the kids, and I told him that we have a game plan, but we never went into detail about a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah. Well, I've been trying to get in touch with Derek ever since the verdict, and he hadn't called me one time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll be honest with you, Leilani. I can probably get everybody in the family to go up there and to speak on your behalf, but I think it's probably best that I stay out of it. Because no matter what I say or do, it's not going to be taken with any kind of credibility.
It might not, and but I think that you should get the opinion of Purse before you make that decision.
Yeah, I liked him.
Yeah, I was saying, speak to him. They give you his
with his old little silly bow tie.
His little bow tie and his big old ears.
I couldn't tell his ears were big. I just, everybody talked about his bow tie and how they liked him.
Yeah, well, I would lean over every day. I'd be like, so how many bow ties do you have? Because, like, every day you're wearing a different bow tie.
Yeah.
And that was just me trying to not focus on...
I do want you to know how great of a person you are. Leilani, being sober is so you. It is. You are just, you're so freaking smart. It pisses me off. You're so smart. I have to ask you how to spell words.
Well, this might...
Yeah, and you're beautiful.
Thank you. This might assure you a little bit that I do and have for a long time had a kind of game plan for if I did end up having to go to prison either for a short period of time or for a very long time. But I do plan on trying to get enrolled into some type of college classes, depending on what they have.
Mhm.
Because it'll keep me busy, and also being there, I'll probably be able to do some type of actual substance abuse. Get a certificate in that. That'd be cool, right?
Absolutely. I think it's going to help you a long way, because I'm going to tell you, whenever I went to go see your brother, it broke my heart. And it made me not want to go back.
Yeah, and I don't want to be like that, you know? I mean, and I don't expect people to come and see me all the time, but I'm pretty sure they have video visits there too. And me being there for at least a year before this appeal, and I'm not holding my breath on this appeal because, I mean, this is all going to happen to them, and just everybody knows about me. But, because I know that there's one prison in Atlanta for women. I don't know where the other one is, but I'm going to ask that my family comes and sees me at least twice a year in person.
I'm going to come see you.
You know, because I mean, y'all got your lives. You got work. You got children. You got the children. You know, you got all this stuff going on. So I know there's gonna be.
I talked to. I went and met with the Department of Children and Families lady yesterday. The new caseworker. She is going to bring it up to her supervisor about us having visitation again.
She's going to what?
Bring it up to her supervisor about us getting visitation again, and we can probably do visitation with the kids right here at home.
And that would be cool. What they do, just bring a supervisor with them, and then
the supervisor will bring the kids.
Yeah, the supervisor bring the kids, and then the supervisor just kind of be like somebody in the shadows in the corner just watching.
Oh, well, I'll have her involved in everything. Why not?
Yeah, but I'm saying that's probably gonna be her initial role.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I also plan on.
I told her it'd be great because the kids will get to see their room, they'll get to see their house. This is their house. This isn't for me.
Yeah. I was also thinking about getting an inmate job.
There are 60 seconds remaining.
I could talk to you all day. Tell them they owe me all day.
I love you. I just wanted you to know that I do have goals to keep myself busy after I get transferred.
Okay. Well, me and you are going to talk. I'll visit you on Friday, but you call me every day. I'll figure out a way. I'll get you some more money.
Okay. Well, I should have enough on here to call you at least four more times.
I can put some more on there. You had $140, right?
After putting 10 on here and commissary coming out, I should be back down to about 89, 85, something like that.
All right, so if I put another $50 on there, you can put $50.
There are 15 seconds remaining.
All right. Well, I love you. I'll do that.
I love you. And I just want you to be strong.
I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best.
Because you can still have a good life, Leilani. It doesn't have to be bad. It's what you choose it to be. Okay?
Okay. I love you.
Goodbye.
I love you too, honey. I love you.
Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss the next one.